welcome to Alex's Adventures in English. Today we've got a special episode. We are finally playing Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone for PS1 to teach you English, British English. So, let's crack on, shall we?
There was nothing about the starry sky that night to suggest that strange and mysterious things would soon be happening. As unsuspecting muggles slept,
As unsuspecting muggles slept,
a huge motorbike with a giant astride it
a huge motorbike with a giant astride it
tumbled down from the darkness.
tumbled down from the darkness. Yeah, you can repeat after me, of course.
The giant, named Hagrid,
The giant named Hagrid
left a blanket-wrapped bundle on the doorstep of number 4, Privet Drive.
left a blanket-wrapped bundle on the doorstep of number 4, Privet Drive.
Nestled in the bundle was a baby.
Nestled in the bundle was a baby. Yeah, nestled. That one, you don't say nestled, just like you don't say castle, you say castle. Yeah, you don't pronounce the t there.
Harry Potter, the boy who lived.
Yeah, Harry Potter, the boy who lived. Yeah, it's not the boy who lived. Yeah, don't. My students keep saying, where do you live? I live somewhere. Oh, no, don't say that. It's the boy who lived.
For the next 11 years, Harry lived with his dreadful step-parents, the Dursleys.
For the next 11 years, Harry lived with his dreadful step-parents, the Dursleys.
Until that fateful day, when he received the letter inviting him to attend Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
Yeah. Yeah, we lost that.
Hagrid took Harry to Diagon Alley.
Yeah, Hagrid took Harry. Yeah, Hagrid took Harry to Diagon Alley. Yeah, it is Diagon Alley.
To purchase a most unusual list of school supplies.
To purchase a most unusual list of school supplies. Yeah, that word is purchase. Purchase.
Soon after, Harry caught the Hogwarts Express from platform 9 3/4.
Yep, Harry caught the Hogwarts Express from platform 9 3/4.
And left the Muggle world far behind.
Far behind. Yeah, not far, not right at the end, you know. This is standard Southern British English. Mostly, most speakers in this game speak with that accent, either with RP, received pronunciation, or standard Southern British English. So they don't pronounce the r at the end of a word, a final r at the end. Well, a final r, except right after it comes a vowel sound.
Harry sat beneath a sorting hat.
Yeah, it's the sorting hat, and now I know why. Because it's the hat that sorts, students, or for sorting students into different houses in, at Hogwarts.
Hoping that he would not be chosen for Slytherin House over Gryffindor. Not Slytherin, eh? Said the hat in his ear.
Okay, not Slytherin, eh? Said the hat in his ear. Ear.
You could be great. It's all here in your head, and Slytherin will help you on your way to greatness.
Right? On your way to something, you can say, in your path to greatness in this case, on your way to greatness, not in your way. In your way is something that, something, there's an obstacle. if there's an obstacle on your way, so you can say that's in your way. There was something, I don't know. I found many problems in my way. So that's an obstacle on your way to a place or to something.
No? Well, if you're sure, better be Gryffindor.
Gryffindor. If you're sure, better be Gryffindor. That's a first conditional sentence. Did you notice? If you're sure, better be. It should better be Gryffindor. And that's Albus Dumbledore.
Welcome to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. I am Albus Dumbledore, your headmaster.
You'll notice that he does pronounce the R at the end. Your headmaster.
Now, Hogwarts is full of secrets, Harry, so search behind every door, but keep...
Every door? Yeah, that's quite curious. You know, I've always wondered why Dumbledore... So, what accent does Dumbledore have? Here's a good question. Oh, he's got... That's why. In the Harry Potter films, Dumbledore has a soft, distinct Irish accent. Right? That's why. That's why. Yeah. Yeah, he's got a soft, distinct Irish accent. That's why he does pronounce the R at the end. You know, or in the middle of words, like Hogwarts, or search behind every door.
Keep in mind, not all secrets are rewarding. Oh, which reminds me, the third floor corridor is...
Corridor, right? He's got an Irish accent, and this is usually the case. In Ireland, they will pronounce the R at the end of words, or a final R, or in the middle of a word, you know, like in American English. But it's a bit softer, that R, not that R as in American English.
out of bounds to everyone who does not wish to suffer the most painful death.
Okay, this is it. We are playing Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Yeah, this is not the Sorcerer's Stone. That's in American English. The name, the book was given in American English as far as I'm concerned. But the Philosopher's Stone, that's a UK version.
Nitwit, blubber, oddment, tweak. 4 wonderful words, don't you think?
4 wonderful words, don't you think? So he speaks with an Irish accent. Great foyer locked. Okay, yeah, this is not... it doesn't look as good as, of course, what's the other game? Hogwarts Legacy, of course. Yeah, Gryffindor Tower, use door. But we should appreciate for what it is, you know, the game. This was released on 2001, if I'm not mistaken. So nearly 25 years ago, I think. Okay, we can climb up. We can climb up onto, you know, these are kind of libraries, right? I think this is a kind of library. So Upper castle locked. Great foyer locked. And of course, as we play the game, we're going to check the meaning of words. We're going to look them up. Yeah. You might find that a bit boring, but yeah, that's the way it is, you know. There's always something new to learn. A foyer. Foyer, that's the pronunciation of that word. Yeah, I think I did find that word before, but yeah. Foyer. It's a large open area just inside the entrance of a public building, such as a theatre or a hotel, where people can wait and meet each other. So you can say in the foyer. I'll see you downstairs in the foyer in half an hour. Okay, that's a foyer. And the door to that place is locked right now. So, okay, we can... All right. So we are playing with Harry Potter, of course. The boy who lived. And these guys are... I think that these are the Ron's brothers. And there's something else we can do. We can save states. For example, right before speaking to them, we can save this state. Okay, don't ask me again, please. So that if we want to go back to this place, to this spot in the game, we can do that, you know, by loading the state.
By the look of that scar, you must be Harry Potter.
Okay, by the look of that scar, so these guys don't say scar like Albus Dumbledore. They speak with a standard Southern British English accent. By the look of that scar, you must be Harry Potter. We are sure, right? I mean, given the evidence, we're sure you are Harry Potter. We're certainly sure you're Harry Potter.
I'm Fred Weasley, and this is my brother, George.
I'm Fred Weasley, and this is my brother, George. Yeah, usually when you introduce somebody in English, you would say, this is my brother, this is my friend, right?
Hello there, Harry.
Hello there, Harry. Hello there, Harry.
We have a proposal for you.
We have a proposal for you. Yeah.
In Hogwarts, there are special portraits.
In Hogwarts, there are special portraits. Yeah, portraits. Accent on the first syllable, po. That's a long O sound. Portraits. You don't say portraits, but portraits. Without pronouncing the R.
And behind these special portraits...
And behind these special portraits...
are prizes.
Oh, that's interesting. And behind these special portraits, you'll notice that the accented word there is behind, because these special portraits was mentioned before, right? That phrase. So, and behind these special portraits are prizes, right?
But of course, not just anyone can open up the portraits.
Okay, but of course, not just anyone can open up the portraits. Yeah, so this is like, you know, not anyone can open up the portraits. You notice that anyone is accented here, and there's a full rise tone. But of course, not anyone can open up the portraits, right? Not anyone can open up the portraits. Yeah.
You need to know the password.
You need to know the password. You need to know the password.
If you bring us earwax every flavour beans,
If you bring us earwax every flavour beans. Again, this is another first conditional sentence. If you do something, we'll do something else. right? If something happens, something else will happen.
I'll tell you the password.
We'll tell you the password. Password. Pass. That long R sound, as in, for example, darkness, or I don't know, other words with car, password.
We'll be in the Gryffindor common room, which is through the portrait of the fat lady.
We'll be in the Gryffindor common room, which is through the portrait of the fat lady. Yeah, so this is a common mistake for native speakers, not placing a comma before a relative clause, a non-defining relative clause. We'll be in the Gryffindor common room, comma, which is through the portrait of the fat lady. So Gryffindor common room, that's been defined, right? We know we're talking about the Gryffindor common room, and extra information given about this common room, about the Gryffindor common room, is that you can get through it, you can enter it through, through the portrait of the fat lady. Yeah, sorry. Through the portrait of the fat lady.
See you around, Harry.
See you around, Harry. Okay. See you. Let's have a look at this one. Okay, that's a secret passage. What's this? That looks like, I don't know, Neo in Matrix.
Merlin.
View folio magi? I don't remember the pronunciation of that word, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know every pronunciation in the English language. The magi. Magi. In the Bible, the three men thought to be kings and astrologers who followed a star to visit Jesus Christ when he was a baby and give him presents. They are also called the three kings or the three wise men. In Spanish, los tres reyes magos. So the magi. Okay. Yes, let's view it. Let us view it. Loading. Yeah, we've got to be patient playing the game.
Merlin, medieval, dates unknown.
So Merlin, medieval. That's a difficult word to pronounce. So this is medieval, right? Or medieval. You can say medieval or medieval, right? Related to the Middle Ages. Medieval.
Most famous wizard of all time.
Most famous wizard of all time.
Sometimes known as Prince of the Enchanters.
Sometimes known as Prince of the Enchanters. I love his accent. So, look at that. Enchanters.
Part of the court of King Arthur.
Okay, so we've got three words containing the vowel sound R. Enchanters. Chan. Part of the court of King Arthur. So three words. Enchanters, parts, and Arthur. Right? Enchanters, parts, and Arthur. You can repeat after me. That's Merlin. Merlin, the famous wizard. And we can, we should press exit now, I think. Oh, maybe... What else can we do now? Is that it? Oh, yeah. Maybe because I forgot to activate the cheats. Can I do that? Yeah, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but this unlocks all wizard cards. You know? Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Oh, I should have done that before. Now it's too late. Bloody hell. Anyway. Okay, it's like we are... Charms Corridor. Okay, sorry about that. I have to click on the screen, you know, on the emulator screen so that we can see the game, actually. But I wanted to look at something. Okay. We are roaming. We are roaming the castle. Do you know what roam means? R-O... Yeah, R-O-A-M. To move about or travel, especially without a clear idea of what you're going to do. Everyday examples include: after the bars close, gangs of youths roam the cities. Yeah, roam the city streets. Or she roamed around America for a year, working in bars and restaurants. There are some flying candles, right? Okay. Let's see if we can find other secret passages.
Hey,
Oh,
Harry,
that's Ron.
remember me?
Let me save the state. Hey, Harry, remember me? Ron Weasley.
Ron Weasley. That slimy slithering Draco Malfoy.
That slimy slithering Draco Malfoy. Yes, slimy slithering Draco Malfoy. Oh, yeah. Okay. Found a way not to make the screen disappear. So, slimy. That's a great word, isn't it? Slimy. Disapproving as an adjective. If you describe a person or their manner as slimy, you mean that they appear to be friendly, but in a way that you find unpleasant. An everyday example is: he was the very worst kind of slimy salesman. Let me read that again. Okay. He was the very worst kind of slimy fuck's sake. He was the very worst kind of slimy No, I can't do it. I'm not sure if... I mean, maybe it's because I'm live everywhere on the internet. Everywhere possible on the internet. Or because, I don't know, I'm playing the game after a very long time. Anyway, I was meaning to play this game like, I don't know, months ago. So anyway, salesman, slimy salesman. Yeah, maybe you're struggling with this word too. Slimy salesman. Okay? First, if we can't pronounce something, we should break it down into smaller parts, you know? So the word I was, tripping. Oh, yeah, you can use that word, trip. Yeah, we can use this as an excuse to learn another word. As a verb, trip. Okay, let me find it. I'm on the Cambridge Online Dictionary. Okay. Dokie. Where is it? Trip off the tongue. Okay. That's could be the one. I did remember trip up. No, that's not the one. Trip up. Trip off the tongue. Something that trips off the tongue is easy to say or pronounce. Oh, this is the opposite actually. But that's a great expression. Trip off the tongue as an idiom. Something that trips off the tongue is easy to say or pronounce. The new company will need to have a name that trips off the tongue and is easy to remember. So, if something that's easy to pronounce trips off the tongue, how do you refer to something that's difficult to pronounce? Okay, you can say that's a bit of a mouthful, but can we use the verb trip? When you say, for example, I don't know, tripped. Yeah, I think that we can use the verb trip. Just let me double check that. Yeah, that's one of my dogs. Scratching the door. Okay, so yeah, you can say, for example, trip over, which means to make a mistake while today my mouth is not in a good shape. Trip over means to make a mistake while speaking, you know. But this is not, about the word itself being inherently difficult. You can say, I always trip over that word. I personally mess it up. That's what happened to me. I was tripping over the word salesman, right? Yeah, that's how we got here. So what I wanted to say was that, where is it? Where on earth? Slimy. Yeah, slimy. Remember that word? Which means, yeah, it describes a person or their manners. You mean they appear to be friendly, but in a way that you find unpleasant. That's a slimy person. And you can say he was the very worst kind of slimy salesman. So I kept, tripping over this word salesman. But when this happens, when you trip over a word in a sentence, you can break down the sentence into smaller parts and practice each word at a time. Like saying, for example, salesman, slimy salesman, the very worst kind of slimy salesman. He was the very worst kind of slimy salesman. Until you get it right. Anyway, let's continue with the game.
Ran through this door with an owl under his arm.
Oh, ran through this door with an owl under his arm. With an owl under his arm. Under his arm. He does pronounce the ra there. Under his arm. Because right after it comes a vowel sound. He pronounced his arm, his, without he dropped the ha, sound at the beginning. So he said his arm, and under came before. Under his arm. So under ends in spelling, it ends with an R consonant, right? The R in American English. So under is, the R, in this accent, a final R is pronounced when right after it comes a vowel sound. So, and this is the case, under his arm.
I think it was your owl Hedwig. Let's
I think it was your owl Hedwig. I think it was your owl Hedwig.
go after him.
Let's go after him. Again, let's go after, not let's go after him, but let's go after him. After him. Again, a linking ra there. So basically, what we are playing the game while at the same time having a
Come on, Harry. Let's find Hedwig.
shadowing session, Come on, Harry, let's find Hedwig.
Well, 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 if it isn't the famous Harry Potter.
Well, 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 if it isn't the famous Harry Potter.
I'm Draco Malfoy, and you do well to show me respect.
I'm Draco Malfoy, and you do well to show me respect. You do, right? You do well to show me respect.
Looking for that owl of yours?
Looking for that owl of yours. Notice that owl of yours. That's called glottal reinforcement, because a word begins with a vowel sound. And you're making emphasis on it. So when you do that in this accent, you produce a glottal stop. Usually they will produce a glottal stop, and it will sound like this. Looking for that owl of yours. Owl of yours. How
careless of you to leave it lying about.
How careless of you to leave it lying about. How careless of you to leave it lying about. Lying about, that about is used in British English, but in America, you'd say lying around, right? Lying about. So, how careless of you to leave it lying about.
Go home to your mother, Potter.
Go home to your mother, Potter. Go home to your mother, Potter. It's mother in this accent, not mother. Or mother, not mother. Go home to your mother, Potter. It's an order, right? Do this.
Oh, sorry, you don't have one, do you?
You don't have one, do you? Oh, sorry, you don't have one, do you? I mean, like, everyone else has a mother, but not you, so that's why he accents that word. You don't have one, do you? Right? He's taking the mickey out of Harry. Take the mickey. That's a great expression. UK informal expression. To laugh at someone and make them seem silly in a funny or unkind way. You can take the mickey, or take the mick, or even take the piss. I think, yeah, you can take... but that's rude, isn't it? So take the mickey, take the mick out of somebody. Everyday examples include a group of other boys were taking the mickey out of him. Another example, She's always taking the mick. She's got no respect of the managers. Sorry, she's got no respect for the managers at all. Another example. Some people took the mickey out of her because of her name. Or they were mocking my accent and generally taking the mickey. Right? So this is what Draco is doing with Harry. Come on, Harry, say something.
He's a nasty piece of work.
He's a nasty piece of work. A nasty. Same vowel sound in this accent as in dog or far or car. He's a nasty piece of work. Work, just like church.
Just ignore him.
Just ignore him. In that case, he did pronounce the ha at the beginning of that him. That's why he said, just ignore him.
Us Gryffindors should stick together.
Us Gryffindors should stick together. Alright, we should remain together.
Come on, Harry, follow me. To climb up.
Come on, Harry, follow me. To climb up, climb up. Not climb up, but climb up. To climb up,
Just push forwards on your controller.
just push forwards on your controller. Well. I mean, how do you know, Ron, that I'm playing the game? I mean, this is something like, this is strange, isn't it? It's like Harry's playing the game, but he's not. He doesn't have a controller on him, does he? Oh right. Oh, that was strange. That was strange. But we need to push forward on the controller. Okay. Got it. Push forward.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Follow me.
Follow me.
To jump, just approach the edge and keep pressing forwards on the controller.
Oh, to jump. Just push forward on the edge. Yeah. Just approach the edge. Didn't you say that? Just approach the edge and keep pushing forwards on the controller. Yeah, forwards with the Z at the end. That's in British English. In American English, forward. Forward, actually. Forward. Forward, not forwards. All right. Interesting. Run off the edge to automatically jump. Okay, we need to run off the edge to automatically jump. There you go. Okay, we can save a state. Look. Oh, sorry.
Look, there's another feather.
Look, there's another feather. There's another feather. Another feather. Right? Another feather. Without pronouncing the final R.
I'll double back and watch the entrance.
I'll double back and watch the entrance. I'll double back and watch the entrance. Interesting. Alright, to double back. To turn and go back in the direction you've come from. Okay, that's what it means. To double back. Right? It's a phrasal verb. To turn and go back in the direction you have come from. An everyday example is we realized we had taken the wrong road and had to double back. Okay, yeah, you usually have to, alright, go to turn and go back in the direction you have come from. Yeah, that usually happens when you take, the wrong road. Yeah.
You better go on and rescue Hedwig.
Yeah, the subtitles don't agree with the audio. In the subtitles, it says, "You'd best go and rescue Hedwig," but Ron said, "You better go on and rescue Hedwig." Anyway, both are possible. Run off the edge to automatically jump. Yep, that noise can be annoying after some time. Yes, like we need to collect a number of feathers to unlock doors. Let's check if these are not secret passages. Yeah, the action button in the game is the square button. Yeah, that's strange.
Hello, Harry Potter. My name is nearly Headless Nick, and I am the Gryffindor House Ghost.
Okay, so hello, Harry Potter. My name is Nearly Headless Nick. Yeah, this is something like a joke, He's Nearly Headless Nick. Because, yeah, he's a ghost. And he was nearly, beheaded. Right? So they nearly cut off his head. And I am the Gryffindor House Ghost.
Oh, look how tall this room is. Well, you must go all the way to the top to get out.
Okay, look how tall this room is. You must go all the way to the top to get out. Or to get out.
If you want to look around, press your triangle button. Press the triangle button again when you've finished.
Alright, if you want to look around, press your triangle button. Yeah, you'll notice that in instructions, the first conditional is quite useful, If you want to do something, press your triangle button, right? And you're giving an instruction. I mean, a straightforward instruction would be press your triangle button. But of course, you can choose as the player of the game. So if you want to do something, right, if you want to achieve certain aim, like for example, want to look around, you have to follow a set of instructions. You have to follow this instruction, pressing the triangle button. And then, of course, press the triangle button again when you have finished. But he said when you finished. He went for the contraction. You finished. When you finished, not when you have finished. Alright, I will do that. Okay, we can press the triangle button and have a look around. And press it again to stop doing that. Yeah, I think that instructions, when it comes to learning English, or any language for that matter, when playing a video game, I think I think that instructions are key. Oh, there's something in my left eye. Sorry. We have to keep climbing up onto these things. Oh, sorry, I've got something in my left eye. There are some portraits on the way. And we need to be careful not to fall off the edge. Yes. Yes, you could say that. To fall off something, to drop from something towards the ground by accident, right? So you can... Yeah. We should try not to follow... Try not to fall off. To fall off the edge. To fall off... Yeah, the edge is this... This is the edge, right? Oh, there was a frog there. Okay, we're able to unlock this door to... What is that? Let me have a look around. Is it possible to jump across? To jump across? I'm not sure. Shall we give it a try? Oh yeah, it was possible. Fuck's sake. Shouldn't have done that. Oh, I keep pressing the cross button, but that's not the action button. Oh, come on. Come on, Harry. What's wrong with you? I don't know why I'm pressing the action button. Because you don't need to. Just need to keep pushing forwards. You know? Oh. Yeah. Now, what shall we do now? I don't know. Okay, let's continue to the Jinx room. I think it said. Yeah, I love instructions. In video games, we can learn...
Ah, some snails have escaped from a care of magical creatures class.
Okay, some snails have escaped from a care of magical creatures class. Snails, do you know that? I'm not sure if it's an insect, a snail. I think so. Yes, small creature with a soft, wet body and a round shell that moves very slowly and often eats garden plants. Yeah, that's a snail, of course.
Oh, they're dreadfully poisonous.
Okay, careful. They're dreadfully poisonous. Dreadfully. Yeah, that's so British, isn't it? Dreadful or dreadfully. Yeah, extremely badly. You know, but mainly in the UK, very. Right? Very. So extremely. He was dreadfully upset. I'm dreadfully sorry. I really am. You know, this is like saying I'm very. They're very poisonous. Oh, I'm dreadfully... well, the examples are, I'm dreadfully sorry. I really am. These are everyday examples. But this is mainly used in the UK with this meaning, you know, the meaning of very.
Press the cross button to cast the flipendo knockback Jinx from your wand.
Okay, press the cross. He said cross, didn't he? Press the cross button to cast. Cast, yeah. Cast, just like car or pass. Press the cross button to cast a flipendo knockback Jinx from your wand. Wand, wand, like, I don't know, stop. Wand. With that oh sound. That should stop the wretched things.
That should stop the wretched things.
That should stop the wretched things. That should stop the wretched things. And that's a great word. Wretched. You know? Wretched. Yeah. In the UK, this is used as an adjective. Annoying. You know? Used to express anger when something annoying happens. Like, for example, my wretched car's broken down again. My wretched car's broken down again. Yeah, wretched. Wretched. You don't say wretched. You don't pronounce the w at the beginning of a word. You know, beginning, yeah. When a word begins with WR, you say R only. You forget, you don't pronounce the W. You say right, you say wretched, you say wrong, for example, right? Wretched things. That should stop the wretched things.
And watch out for those poisonous snail trails.
And watch out for those poisonous snail trails. That's the trace. The thing they leave behind, right? That snails leave behind. In this case, these are poisonous, right? Watch out. Be careful. Pay attention to. Okay, now we've got a spell, finally. So... yes, so we've been playing for an hour. Right. Okay. Okay. So this is what I've been thinking. Okay, this is going to be the end of episode 1. Okay? So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Yes, we're going to keep playing the game in, you know, so this is going to be a series containing 1 hour episodes. Yeah, around 1 hour episodes. So in this episode, we've been playing Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, haven't we? We've played the game. We played this game, and before beginning part 2, which I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to start in a few minutes. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me check something. Good. Yeah. I want to do a brief recap of what we've been doing today, what we learned today, the words we came across, right? And I'm not sure if you can remember them, but as far as my memory goes, right, as far as I can remember, we came across some interesting words. And for example, we've just come across words like, I don't know, wretched, right? Wretched. which means in the UK as an adjective, annoying, right? Wretched. We mentioned that words beginning with W are in English. I mean, in these words, you don't pronounce the W. You don't say wretched. My students usually try to pronounce the W at the beginning, but you have to say wretched, or right, wrote, wrong, wrist, you know? You say that. And yeah, we can take this opportunity to greet Jack, who's on YouTube. Hello, Jack. He's one of my followers, loyal followers. Thank you very much for being there, Jack. And we've came across words like, for example, yeah, at the beginning of the game. Let me try and see if we can go back a bit. So some things we mentioned during this live stream. We can load states, and for example, when we talk to, oh yeah, there's some things we did. We talked about Albus Dumbledore's accent. We mentioned that he's got a soft Irish accent, so he does pronounce the r at the end of words, and in the middle of words, unlike Southern Standard British English speakers, right? That is something we noticed. Something else we noticed was that, what else? Let me do something. I'm gonna save this state so that we can go back to this spot in the game. But we can go back to, you know, the very beginning. What else did we mention? For example,
Part of the court of King Arthur.
remember this one? Yeah, part of the court of King Arthur. It was enchanters, part, and Arthur. Yes, we came across these words containing the vowel sound R, like card, Arthur, part, enchanters. Yes, we did come across that in the game. What else? If we do this, okay, this is something we weren't able to check out before because I didn't have the cheats activated. But we can do that now if you want to. Yes. Before the end of this episode, of episode 1.
Cornelius Agrippa.
Cornelius Agrippa.
1486
1486
to 1535.
to 1535. And yes, we've been playing Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone on PS1, in case you wonder. You're wondering, right, what we've been doing.
Celebrated wizard, imprisoned by muggles for his writings.
So, celebrated wizard, imprisoned by muggles for his writings. Or for his writings. So, celebrated wizard who was imprisoned by muggles for his writings. So there's an elliptical relative clause here. Who was is omitted, right? So celebrated wizard who was imprisoned by muggles for his writings. What else? Next one.
Derwent Shimpling.
Derwent Shimpling.
1912 to present.
1912 to present. He's still alive.
Ate an entire venomous tentacula for a bit and survived.
Okay. Ate an entire venomous tentacula for a bet and survived. Though
Though it's still purple.
is still purple, here means though he is still purple, right? But let me check this card once again. I'm curious.
Morgan Le... Derwent Shimpling, 1912 to present. Ate an entire...
Eight. Right, that's a pronunciation. One pronunciation of that word. Ate an entire
venomous tentacular for a bet.
tentacular. Tentacular, that's the pronunciation of that word. Tentacular. Ta. That vowel sound is the same we find in words like cat, for example. Tentacular. Tentacular. It ends with a schwa.
And survived. Though it's still purple.
Next one.
Morgan Le Fay.
Morgan Le Fay.
Medieval.
Medieval.
Dates unknown.
Dates unknown.
King Arthur's half-sister.
King Arthur's half-sister. King Arthur's. Arthur's half-sister. So the vowel sound is the same at the beginning of Arthur and half. And in half, Arthur's half-sister.
Dark Sorceress.
Dark Sorceress. Again, R. There are too many R sounds in the game. Arthur, half, dark.
Enemy of Merlin.
Enemy of Merlin.
Newt Scamander.
Newt Scamander. This is the guy we see in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, right? Newt Scamander. He's the protagonist, and he's alive in the game. At least, this is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So at this stage in the story, Newt Scamander is alive.
1897 to present.
1897 to present.
Celebrated author of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Really? Celebrated author. Author. That O sound in British English. That's different in American English, isn't it? I think they would go for Arthur. Arthur. Yeah, Arthur. Yeah, author in British English, Arthur in American English. Yep, that's interesting. And okay, just let me check something. There you go. Okay. And okay, so we've got Newt Scamander.
Bowman Wright, 1492 to 1560.
Bowman Wright, 1492 to 1560.
Famous for developing the golden snitch.
Really? Famous for developing the golden snitch. The one that Harry catches in this game, I think, right? In this part of the story in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, or is it in the next one? I don't remember.
Cassandra Verblatsky.
Cassandra Verblatsky.
1894 to 1997.
1894 to 1997.
Celebrated seer and author of Unfogging the Future.
Celebrated seer and author. Look at that use of and. Right, not only a seer, a celebrated seer, but a celebrated author. Celebrated seer and author of unfogging the future. Unfogging the future. You know, like, yeah. So unfogging the future so we can see the future. So she was some kind of magician, well, a witch, I guess, something, and she could see the future, I guess. Yeah.
Godric Gryffindor.
Godric Gryffindor.
Medieval. Dates unknown.
Medieval. Dates unknown.
Co-founder of Hogwarts.
Really? Co-founder of Hogwarts.
Gave his name to one of the 4 Hogwarts houses.
Gave his name to one of the 4 Hogwarts houses. One of the 4 Hogwarts houses. The noise is a bit, you know, glitchy or something. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, it's the best I could get. I mean, the only version I could find of this game on the internet. Without installing anything.
Edgar Struger.
Edgar Struger.
1703 to 1798. Inventor of the
1703.
Sleekoscope.
Oh, sorry. 1703 to 1798. Okay. Okay, guys. So, we've been, yeah. It's been more than 1 hour since we started the live stream. So this is going to be, yeah, the end of episode 1 and part 1 of my first playthrough of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone for PS1. If you're up for it, you can join my next live stream, part 2, and you can keep learning British English with me and Harry Potter, right? So I hope to see you next time, guys. I have to, yeah, bugger off now and go and have something to eat. And I hope to see you later. All right? Cheers. Thank you very much for being there. And, yeah. See you soon, guys. Cheers. Take care. And, okay. Now I'm going to do the following. I'm going to pause the live stream and I'm going to go to the toilet and yeah, I'll see what I'll do. If I continue with the live stream or, you know, end it right here. Just be right back.